Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. So you saw my brief reaction to Manchester United against Wrexham earlier on in the day. And right now, we are looking at David Ornstein's report on Rasmus Hojlund to Manchester United. Yes, because we hear Manchester United have made an offer to Atlanta worth 60 million euros for the striker and are hoping to get a deal complete ASAP. We have also heard in the previous 24 hours that Manchester United have had total agreement on the players' terms between Rasmus Hojlund and Sofyan Amrabat. So maybe things could be beginning to move quite quickly on the transfer front for Manchester United. We are going to get stuck into that story on Rasmus Hojlund, on Manchester United potentially bidding for him as well. And as I say, it comes from David Ornstein, so you're looking at a fairly reliable piece here from him in The Athletic. Before we do that, do me a favour, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, you're liking, commenting, sharing, all that jazz. We'll have plenty coming up for you on this channel. We've also got Manchester United versus Hojlund tonight, so we'll get some reaction out to that. And whenever there's some official news on transfers, we will of course discuss that as well. But right now, we are talking Rasmus Hojlund, and I've said this plenty of times on this channel, I would love Man United to sign Rasmus Hojlund, and that's not just because he won me a couple of trophies on Football Manager, no, but because, look, everything you hear about this kid over the last couple of years has been positive. You know, the scouting reports, all these different things have been nothing but positive. He's clearly developing into a good striker, a very good striker, and he has got great potential. And Manchester United will link with Harry Kane. I'd have loved us to sign Harry Kane. This isn't what I'm saying, I'd rather us get Hojlund than Kane. I'd have loved us to get Kane. But it's clear with Harry Kane that he's not on it. And if you are on it, you've got to show it. And so far, he hasn't. But Rasmus Hojlund, Sofyan Amrabat, Mason Mount, Andre Onana, they're all showing that they want to join Manchester United. And that is a huge part of it as well. And we need to start looking towards the future. We need to start looking and investing in potential. That can improve, that can get better. You know, that can fulfill their potential at the club and potentially be here for the next 5-10 years. And Rasmus Hojlund is another one of those players. He'll be joining a club which is a much more positive environment, positive structure. The manager knows what he's doing. The team are getting results on the pitch. The results are improving. You know, he'll be joining a very different Man United to the one that many clubs have joined, many players have joined in the last 10 years. So I think he's got that going for him in his favour as well. Now let's read this story from David Ornstein. He says, Manchester United have made a verbal offer of 50 million euros, 42.8 million pounds, plus 10 million euros in add-ons to Atalanta for Rasmus Hojlund. Now it says verbal. What we hear a lot these days is that these clubs are just kind of naked offers, and then anytime an official offer goes in, it's because they think or they know that it will be accepted. And most of these negotiations are done verbally. Then obviously you see the reports leaking and all those different things. You've also seen similar with kind of players getting the agreements in place previously. That would be called tapping up. West Ham warned a lot of teams off Declan Rice last summer, saying anyone goes near him, agrees personal terms, we're gonna take action against you. And you're seeing, Mason Mount agreed personal terms before he joined, Andre Onana before he joined, Rasmus Hojlund, he too has agreed terms. So it seems like the clubs go, right, does this player want to join us? How much? Get that side sorted. Now let's try to sit down and thrash out a deal with Atalanta. And it seems like Atalanta have been going for 70, 80 million euros, and United have been trying to drag them down to 50. I imagine they'll meet somewhere in the middle. Maybe it'll be a 60 million euro offer that's accepted, but without the add-ons instead of 50 plus 10. But looks like United are getting closer and closer to doing that. Ornstein goes on saying the Serie A club want more than 70 million euros for the 20-year-old, but dialogue is ongoing with optimism that a deal will be struck. The Athletic reported earlier this month that United have agreed preliminary personal terms with the forward, and Hojlund is the priority target for United, but other options are under consideration, including Eintracht Frankfurt's Randall Kolo Muani and Ajax midfielder Mohamed Kudus. Again, United have been doing this summer, and maybe this comes from Erik ten Hag, I think it does, that we've got a number of options. Now, it may not be true. Those options may not be the ones that we want to go after. Those options may not be the players that we want to bring in. But if we show these teams that we're negotiating with that, look, we actually do want, we've got other options, we've got other irons in the fire, then I think Manchester United are in a much stronger position when it comes to sitting down at that negotiating table. Far too often in previous times, we've been we only want that player, which is good because the player, you know, sees that you're interested in him and sees how much you're interested and wants to come. But then you end up just giving crazy wages out and crazy transfer fees, which is never a good place to be in. The article goes on to say United's Premier League rivals Chelsea are also weighing up a move for 22-year-old Kudus. Hojlund has indicated to Atalanta that he wants to leave, with League champions Paris Saint-Germain also in contention for his signature. Atalanta rebuffed United's offer of money plus players for Hojlund earlier this month, insisting on a straight cash arrangement. Hojlund only joined Atalanta last summer, moving from Austrian side Sturm Graz. He registered 8 goals, 2 assists in 31 Serie A games. The Denmark international also scored 5 goals in 2 games during Euro qualification for Denmark in March, including a hat-trick against Finland. So for me, this is a signing that I'm all for. I'd love us to make, and I'd love him to bring him to Manchester United. Obviously, we've got to wait and see what happens. Some confirmed news: Anthony Elanga has left the club. I haven't spoken about this one on the channel yet. Look, I think it's the right move for him. I think he's moving to another Premier League club. I actually think he'll do pretty well over there at Nottingham Forest. Probably going to end up playing over there with Dean Henderson as well. He's a very nice lad, great lad. I've met him once or twice. Top boy. And I hope he goes on and tears it up. Obviously wasn't getting the game time at Manchester United, but he's shown, you know, he's a Sweden international. He's shown that he has some level of quality, and he has, you know, some potential to fulfill and go on to be a success elsewhere. So good luck to Anthony Elanga, and fingers crossed it goes well for him, just not against Manchester United. Also, we're hearing Sofyan Amrabat could be about to happen. As I said on that one, total agreement on the player terms was done according to Alfredo Padula, as it was done with Rasmus Hojlund as well. And we're now just waiting to see what happens. Maybe we've got to wait for this Rasmus Hojlund deal to get done. I was in the press conference, and Erik ten Hag was pretty like, you know, we'll let you know when things are going on, and he seemed confident that it would happen. So let's wait and see. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're keeping it locked. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll have plenty more stuff coming for you guys from out of the United States. Obviously, we got the Houston game tonight, which we're going to go and watch with some of the supporters down here in San Diego. Obviously, Jay and Joe are out there, so check that all out on Stretford Paddock and on Full-Time Devils to the Instagram. And yeah, make sure you're keeping it locked to this channel by hitting that subscribe button. I'll be back with the Club Boys soon as well. Can't wait to be doing that, so subscribe to the club. Anyway, see you soon.